They did a deep clean, and I paid pretty significant money for it. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be a long-ass run. I spent a significant amount of money and got a deep clean done. So there's just a part of me that, like, wants to make sure that I'm doing a good job upkeeping it. It was basically, they said, you know, do what we tell you to do, or we're gonna have to send you to a periodontal specialist. So I'm trying very hard to do what they tell me to do, so I don't have to go to a periodontal specialist for gum disease. So I've been, you know, flossing and water picking and using a fluoride mouthwash that's different than what I normally do. I wish I'd done a better job of, oh god, brushing and flossing every day. Twice a day. I brush and floss every day. I'd say about 60% of the time in the last half year, I've also brushed and flossed at night before I've gone to bed. But sometimes I just get myself too... I get myself too tired, but it's also the only way... It's also the only way I can get to sleep is if I go to bed when I'm just downright exhausted. Yeah, 90th ID, it's like I started with Genesis, so I'm sitting here looking at it going like, well, this is a 90-minute Eden run. Ooh. Do I Genesis now just to roll Lump of Coal and Rune Bag? Or do I abandon Genesis and take the Book of Rev for almost a guaranteed win? I can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like I'm low-key shocked. Or do I leave the Book of Rev behind for the memery that is Genesis? Genesis, where are you? Why are you... There you are. I feel like we do the smart thing, cut down on the time of this run, and we just take the Book of Rev. Do you have the balls to not listen to your penis? Penis? Genesis for YouTube value? That's actually not a bad point. We could just run Book of Rev, finish out the floor, get like health and whatnot, and grab a Deal with the Devil. And then re-roll it and see if we, instead of just a Deal with the Devil, can maybe get like Lump of Coal and our Deal with the Devil to turn into like 2 Guppy items or something, you know? Or I could just take Book of Rev, or sorry, I could just take Genesis and just run it down to the end of the run, and then just re-roll the whole thing at the very end. Yeah, Tysus makes a good point, I think. Just want steak and eggs, and for my steak to not be ruined, Roost Chris was lovely. Nice. I was saying just the other day that I could go for a good steak. There we go. There we go. It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the tears again. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, 100% with leftover steak. With leftover steak, I just eat it cold afterwards. I slice it and put it on sandwiches, or I slice it and put it on salads. And I'll just hit it with like a really good but intense vinaigrette. Looking forward to my mom and grandma coming to town because it means going to a steakhouse. You should introduce them to your good friend Ryan, who also likes steak. This is my good buddy Taffy. He also loves a good steak. Didn't you say he had a wife and kids? Let's let's not focus on that. Let's not focus on that right now. Focus on Taffy. Taffy, the provider, likes steaks and never gets them. Taffy, please note Genesis takes you to the next floor, so Book of Rev will be lost. I'm aware. Yeah. That's why I'm approaching it as, do I get Book of Rev or do I get Genesis? I know I don't get both, which is the true buzzkill about it. Ooh, warm bread, cold meat, a spicy mustard, and some egg. I'm looking to see if there's anything I want to Hagalaz, like a lot of pots. Yeah, just find school bag, YOLO. I didn't. Did I even look? Did I even look in the shop? You missed. I don't think I even walked into the shop, did I? Oh, his mom's purse at half price. I'll roll that. I genuinely think I'm gonna walk out of here with Genesis, and we'll just roll it at the very end. We'll just roll the run for the memes. I probably could have, you know, looked in these two rooms to see if there's anything I wanted to Hagalaz in here. I didn't even see that shot come out. I heard it, but I didn't see it. Alright, well, let's go beat the shit out of some bosses. Normally, I get pretty excited about doing some 4th level meat or bandage action. But our last run, our Lazarus run, we had multiple meats. We had multiple level 4 meats because of potato peeler. We managed to take down Delirium with it. So on file 2, our tainted. Oh, you little rat fuck. Yeah, on Tainted Lazarus, we actually had a really good run and got the Lamb and Delirium done. The new Lazarus mechanics are pretty cool, but we started with one of the first items we picked up was Sword of Damocles, so we got a shitload of extra items. But unfortunately, we found that one of the features of Tainted Lazarus was the ability. Shit, how would you describe it? It's very nuanced. The ability to crash the game when you activate his mechanic. That's what it was. Damn, dog, do we really want to re-roll this run? Well. If we re-roll the run, we want this one. If we're not leaving with Book of Rev, we want this one. Alright, you know what? For the memes. Let's go back and get Genesis. I mean, for crying out loud, our consumables are 666. That's telling us something. That's a message. Oh, dude, Justin, like, my painkillers have to land on food. And I was like, you know, I could make myself, like, a really good bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Instead, I had peanut butter. I had peanut butter because I like just a peanut butter sandwich on untoasted bread. Because I was just like, I could have this. I overslept this morning. I'm tired all the time right now. So I overslept this morning. Woke up and was just like, I ain't making shit. I just slapped peanut butter on dry bread and just called it a day. Like, yeah, sure, my painkillers can land on that. Oh, Duality, damn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you thought it was Sunday. Holly Cat, welcome back. And Rocket Whale, I saw you were giving me counsel, but I saw you come in. Hi, Rocket Whale. Joda Nikki, good morning as well. I was here. I have been here. Oh no. I don't think we'll do that. I think we have a better version of that. I think we have a much better version of that living in our spacebar right now. I genuinely can't take those pills, man. If one of them's a bad trip, I'm gonna be really sad. I am intrigued by this, though.
The sun.
Just want to see. I want to see the map. I want to see the room. I don't want to be afflicted by curse of darkness. You die and you go to hell. There's a library up there. Should be interesting. When you get to hell, you tell him Taffy sent you. I need to stockpile some health so I can keep taking deals with the devil. So at the very end of the run, I mean, like, obviously the solution to stockpiling health was to take Book of Rev. But for the meme of it all, I would like mediocre deals with the devil to take them all, and then at the point where things are the most dire, re-roll it and then get like Guppy off the jump or something like that. Like Guppy and Abaddon or something. I become a bit of a bullion snob, so I need to make stock whenever I need to use it. We can make turkey stock. We can make turkey stock on Thanksgiving. The unfortunate thing is that turkey stock is pretty niche. I've had like I took a muffin tin and froze a whole bunch of individual turkey stocks from last Thanksgiving, and I think I used them only once. So I probably still got like 4 out of 6. Oh my god. I probably still have like 4 out of 6 of those pucks that I made from last Thanksgiving in the freezer, just because it's hard to find an excuse to use turkey stock very often. As we've discussed, it's a very C tier, maybe even D tier protein, you know? Good chicken stock, good beef stock, that stuff. Good shrimp stock, good fish stock, that shit you'll use all the time. Turkey stock is hard to find excuses unless you're jazzing up some sort of like Thanksgiving leftover. Yeah, good pork stock. Time of V hopes all of you beautiful souls are safe and well. I'll be starting a weekly cooking show, just trying to iron out more details. Fish stock with shrimp shells rocks. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for good seafood stock. Watch it be Satanic Bible. Oh, you little rat bastard. Hey, man. Taffy, what's going on, dude? I haven't seen you in like a hot minute. I was just wondering if maybe you would sincerely consider taking me on your journey and I could... That's all I gotta say about that. Gross. I hope I get health. That does infer, though, that I'm gonna get a deal with the devil, which, you know, at 67%, there's a pretty good chance. I hope I get health, because I have not had the opportunity. Yo, can I scum this, though? I bet you I can scum one. I could use this lost. I could use this lost rune and get a deal with the devil for free, I bet. I guess we'll find out, huh? This run is okay. but kinda just okay. Wow. 70% chance for a deal with the devil, and what did we get? Spoilers. It was not a deal with the devil. Fuck. I want that. Oh well, whatever, just go. Just go. Soren, what's going on, dude? How the heck are you? Cloud Swallowing Man, welcome and good morning as well. The highest of fives with the tiniest of fingers. Yeah, that was an XCOM 70%, not a math 70%. Not a math and statistics. Oh, God, right, okay. Scared the shit out of me. Yeah. Our shot speed leaves a little something to be desired. I'm gonna hold off on this sack room until I can see whether or not I have the opportunity at all.
Of the newest denizen of the cave.
Until I can see whether or not I have the opportunity at all to like boost up my health. Wow. Like philanthropic Batman champion lingers in the shadows with 12 months of tier 1 subs to Soren. Soren, it'll be Christmas music will be playing in 2022 before you run out of emotes in this channel. Cham Poon Poon. Good morning, man. I gotta tell you, I've been thinking about you a lot, not in a sexual way, or not in a more sexual than usual way. Sorry, I thought I was gonna get hit. I am trying very hard. I'm trying very hard after almost 2 years, like a year and a half, of being as safe as humanly possible. And keeping my kids as safe during the pandemic as humanly possible. To not brick it up and take them to play pinball before their second shot has shown up. But they and I am so, like, we're so invested in which pinball machine we want to get that all of us are just like, so where's this pinball place? Where can we get pinball? Where can we play these pinball games? And I'm like, easy, friends. Easy. The boys are like, Amber got into it because she realizes that this is a thing that's happening, whether she ever wanted it to or not.
This is the story of the newest denizen.
She realizes that this thing is happening, and so she's the one, being the stage manager that she is, who's been going in and like mapping out trips where she's just like, okay, so Deadpool is at this honky tonk out in Midlothian. Mando and Stranger Things are at this bar in downtown Boise. Now, we can't do both in one day, but we could plan it so that we have dinner at the honky tonk place. They seem to have really good like chicken tenders and you know, jalapeno poppers and stuff like that. And then the place that has Stranger Things and has Mando is 21 and up past 9 o'clock, but it's family friendly during the day. So if we just make sure to go, you know, like, she's the one plotting all this out, making sure that we do it as efficiently as possible. Book of Stoners Prime Gaming for a year. So anyway, man, I was just wondering if you would consider taking me along, man, but I get you. You got Genesis, you're chilling, man. Anyway, 1 year, wow, man, that's crazy. It's like that episode of The Office where they're split between a new copier and printer or new chairs. A little bit. I will say I didn't expect it, so the folks are getting real into like Mando and going, this is the way, and if you had asked me 3 months ago when this all went down, which one I thought I was gonna end up with, I thought I was gonna end up with Mando. I thought Mando almost by default was gonna happen. And now, if you pressed me, I actually think Stranger Things is gonna win. I actually think Stranger Things is gonna win. I think if I were picking one, I still think I would personally pick Deadpool. But, and this is how much, like, Amber's never gonna play this pinball machine. But as far as it being like, Amber's not into whether or not she's gonna like the pinball machine. Amber is into making sure that the process of selecting it is as efficient as possible. Holy shit, I guess. Holy shit! Somebody screen grab this for me and post it over to Reddit, huh? Alright, Quiet Storm, I appreciate it. Off to the Binding of Isaac subreddit. I don't know that we can use Genesis anymore. Maybe we can, but like, you know, look at this.
This is the story
Harley
of the
Star,
newest
Prime
denizen of
Gaming,
the
29 months. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that doesn't even need to be a video. That can just be a screen grab. God almighty. So yeah, the point that I was making before the game went all hyper poggers on us was Amber is super into the democratic process being satisfied to the fullest extent that she can ensure. So Amber's take was things like, you know, how is it going to sound in the house? How am I going to react to hearing it over and over and over again for huge chunks of time? And then she was just like, well, it is Champion's money after all, and Champion was enthusiastic about the idea of getting something Halloween related. So while Deadpool may be Deadflip's favorite pinball machine, Deadflip Jack didn't give you $10,000, Champion did. So you think that maybe we should probably entertain getting the getting the table that has 2 seasons of Stranger Things Halloween clips in it, and making sure the Champion gets his money's worth. Plus, the boys just finished 2 seasons of Stranger Things and are really into, like, she's sitting there with a checklist of just being like, well, we need to take these kids and play both machines, and we'll see which one they enjoy playing more. You can't tease us after passing up Book of Reb for the sensible run. You're not wrong. Double Coal I don't think does anything. I have 3 health containers, do I not? They should be full. What was I gonna say? Oh god, she's taking into account, dude, Champion, she's taking into account, the Mando table has an upper play level that's a Mando helmet with 2 additional flippers in it, and she's just like, I don't know if Rory can see the upper play level. So there's stuff like that that's going into it. Oh, I can see my health. Why can I see my health? Could I always see my health? I mean, we're 100% gonna have to get him a step stool for any pinball machine that we get. That's like a given. Like my thing, and this is my thing. Amber's making decisions with her head, and I'm making decisions with my heart. I get nervous. Like I want to get whatever. Like Bug was not a fan of Stranger Things because it freaked him out. I mean, the Demogorgon and all that jazz, like it straight up, you know, gave him nightmares. Oh my. He tuned in and out of it because the monsters and whatnot gave him nightmares. So like, I would say like, hey, do you guys want to watch Stranger Things or Great British Bake Off? And he'd be like, Great British Bake Off, please. And then Grayson would be like, Stranger Things. And mine and Amber's take was like, if we just muscle through Stranger Things, then we'll be done with it. I don't want Bug to feel like, you know, like he's not been able to watch something on TV for the last couple of months during family dinner. And then on top of it, Dad's like, we're gonna get a pinball machine. And he's like, woohoo! And I'm like, oh, the thing that gives you nightmares. Aw. So like, you know, there's a part of me that sincerely wants to make sure, because he seemed kind of on board for it. Like he saw enough of the show that when he saw all the cool shit that was going on with the Stranger Things table, he seemed genuinely excited to try it. But I just don't want Bug to feel like the last quarter of the year has just been, Bug's opinion doesn't matter for shit. Take that, youngest child. And he'll be like, I'm gonna be a felon now. If a good Isaac pinball machine was ever made, would you want it? So long as I didn't have to pay for it on Kickstarter. A Great British Bake Off pinball machine would be dynamite. Yeah, I heard the new Ghostbusters is worth a shot. Let me see if I can find this thing. Stranger Things pinball machine. The Stranger Things one I've seen, but I've not been able to play. Because the one place that I went to that had it, the people never vacated it. So the cool thing about the Stranger Things one is that there's an upside down portion of it, and you can even get a modification kit for it. You can get a modification kit for it. There's an upside down phase that the entire play area turns blue, and they have effects to make it look like that weird dead skin snow effect is happening around the play area. Oh, you can see it. Yeah, there's a Stranger Thing UV lighting kit that you can pay an extra $279 for, which at that point, why wouldn't you? You could also pay $180 and get a D20 plunger knob. So anywho, there's a part of me that thinks we might end up with Stranger Things now because the boys just finished season 3 and are kind of riding high on it, and it's also a good table, and it's also Halloween themed for 2 out of the 3 seasons. Plus, there's a screen in the middle that's made in 3 parts, almost like a what am I looking for? Almost like a drive-in theater movie screen. But it's in thirds, and if you activate like a Demigorgon fight, the middle third pops down, and the Demigorgon pops out like a 3D model of the Demigorgon pops out. It's like Attack from Mars. You guys ever play Attack from Mars? And you have to shoot pinballs up into the, you have to shoot pinballs up at the flying saucer. It's the same thing here, where the Demigorgon pops out of the middle of the center screen in the field of play, and you have to launch pinballs into the Demigorgon's face. Yeah, Attack from Mars, the guy who made Attack from Mars is the same guy who made the Stranger Things machine. So it's got a lot of it basically plays very similar to Attack from Mars. The fact that they play a softer version of the main theme is pretty great. That's you know, I gotta be democratic. If I had my way, I probably would have just gotten Deadpool or held out for Michael Myers and just gotten the Halloween one on the secondhand market. I told Bug about the Halloween one, and I was like, it's not very scary. I was like, there's mostly just like, I said, it's not very scary. There is a scary bad guy who is on it, but it's mostly like pumpkins and tombstones, like Halloween like Halloween the holiday. And Rory stopped me and kind of put his hand on my shoulder and just goes, Dad, do you really want me sitting in the library doing my homework next to a pinball machine with a serial killer on it? And I was like, Rory, A, point taken. B, he's more of a mass murderer than a serial killer. He doesn't have a type. He kills indiscriminately. He'd just as easily kill you as he would your mother. But I see your point. I played it recently at a local pinball shop. Shoot balls into the Gorgon's mouth. What's not to love? That's what I'm saying. You know, like, honestly, we were hoping to get the old school Addams Family table. But to get a good old school Addams Family table, Champion would go 10 grand deep, which he already has done. And then I would have to go another 5. And I don't know that I got 5 grand just laying around right now. I could do it, but it would be $5,000 that I'd be taking away from the Amber needs a new car fund. I'm way okay with like taking the allocated 10 grand and spending it on what it was meant to be spent on for the memes. I'm good at that game. But when it becomes like, let's take 5 grand out of the Amber's new car budget and reallocate it for a pinball machine that I didn't know I was getting. It gets a little bit trickier. Wouldn't Stranger Things theme be would the Stranger Things thing be DMCA safe? Probably not. I don't know. I would probably get VOD mutes. I wouldn't be able to. I'd have to. You know what? I'll probably just ask Jack how he handles that. So obviously, Deadflip is like he plays Mando, he plays Stranger Things. I just wonder if maybe he doesn't monetize stuff. Maybe he just expects that he's gonna get muted VODs and claimed YouTube videos. But that's okay. I wouldn't, like, that wouldn't break my heart any. His type is Laurie Strode. According to what I heard about the last movie, he doesn't even care about Laurie. That seems to be how they've deflated the stakes in that franchise. He turns off the music. Not in the YouTube edits that I've seen. In the YouTube posts that I've seen, he absolutely has Mando's theme and Stranger Things theme playing in the background. I haven't been able to catch as many. And his YouTube videos are just. Fucking hate these guys. His YouTube videos are just exports of his YouTube videos are just exports of his Twitch VODs. So I don't think that he turns the video off. I've seen somewhere he just plays his own music. Maybe, but I think that's less to do with DMCA and more to do with like sometimes he just plays the game so much. The ones that I've watched are ones where it's the first time he's played a game on stream. They may be from 10 months ago or a year ago. And it's the first time anybody's really getting a look at those games. And he absolutely lets cutscenes play. Absolutely lets background music play. You went actually on him? Nah. I didn't say that to him. I thought it, but like I said, genuinely, my take with Rory is that I just don't ever want him to feel like his vote doesn't count. But right now, I feel like we've overridden him on a lot of stuff for like 3 or 4 months straight, and I feel kind of bad about it. But I don't want to just, you know, shout down Amber and Grayson just to appease Rory once. It's a big decision, buying a $10,000 pinball machine. Thought I'd ask since we know you're gonna stream it. No, yeah, like 100%. I'll absolutely ping Deadflip about it at some point and just be like, hey man, how do you deal with the music? Because I know that newer pinball machines, have like maybe even HDMI outputs in the screen. Like in the back of the machine, they have like HDMI outputs so that you can import their displays as a part of your scene, so that you can just bring it in as like a video input. Come on, I think I said good morning, but I want to say it again just to be sure. Hear me out, when we do the pinball stream, we get Noah to come over, we give him one of those recorder flutes, and he just plays his interpretation of the music that should be playing. Anyway, I mean, like, the whole point of this is that the whole family is excited. We're getting to a point where we're starting to get very complicated. very complicated run here. A lot of ins and outs, a lot of interested parties. The whole family's getting excited about finally getting what we feel like is now, you know, a piece of furniture that we're geeked to have in the house, but we're trying not to go play the pinball games before the boys have had a chance to get fully vaccinated. Which means waiting until early December, or until mid-December, which is like not that long comparatively, but we're all frustrated because we just want to go, go, go. The Mando machine is a good machine, but there's definitely a part of me that worried. When I played it, there are some ramps that are really difficult. Like, you gotta hit them full speed, dead on. And then that upper play section, I felt like with Bug would be... Damn. That upper play section with Bug, I felt was gonna be a real issue, because even with a stool, I don't think he'd be able to see up there. I would have felt more blessed if you'd let me in the... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, chat, let's never speak of this again. Beep, 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 beep. I set my alarm really loud this morning because I didn't want to oversleep. So I heard it and I turned it off and then I went back to bed. Pretty good, all things being equal. Every once in a while I sit funny and I shift the stitches around and it kind of feels like my balls have two splinters in them. Not big splinters, but it is kind of like, oh yeah, ow, fuck. I don't really know what I'm hoping for here. But they've got me on some okay painkillers, and I've been wearing the same gym shorts for like 4 days straight now. How about you? Your thing/stuff is way more impressive than my thing/stuff. How long till the stitches are gone? About a week before they dissolve. Oh, you know what? I should probably leave with the Lost. That's fine. I don't mind giving up the one. Matter of fact, I might even get it back. Yeah, Juice, that actually isn't a terrible idea. Like the idea of just putting those little circular band-aids on there just to make sure that it doesn't like catch or snag on anything. It really wasn't bad until it started to heal and scab over. When everything was still, like, when the incisions were still fresh and the whole thing was kind of, like, soft. It was more the ache of having, you know, part of me cut out a couple of days ago. And now that it's starting to heal, I think it's getting a little scabby, which is what's, I think, kind of sticking me. Ah, Bree, what, like I tell chat, I try to play my cards face up. I am belly aching, I am being incredibly descriptive, but I'm doing it mostly because I think it's entertaining. Truth be told, cards on the table, this is what I'm doing right now has been supremely manageable. I've been playing it up because I think it's funny. I've been playing it up because I think it's humorous. But when push actually comes to shove, this has been absolutely manageable. You know, I was a little bit nervous, a little bit tentative about all of it, but it's no big. I believe I will be in more physical pain after my teeth cleaning today. Like, the most painful part of what I've gone through so far still was just getting the IV put in. Yeah, I genuinely believe that I will be in more aching pain from getting my teeth cleaned today than from the vasectomy. I've been going to therapy to deal with everything, and it's been good. They actually going to put me in a new psychotherapy called EMDR. It's for people with PTSD from very traumatic events. Helps the brain make sense of everything. Apparently, I've had too many traumatic events for a person. Fun. That sucks. That sucks very much. I'm glad that you're getting help and that you're not having to bear it by yourself. I'm glad that they have, if not solutions, then processes in place that you can oh god, I can't find any of the words that I need because I'm so fucking tired this month. Pursue. That they have therapies you can pursue that'll help sort of lift some of the weight of it all, you know? God dang it. Tabby, why would you stress over a procedure that should only take 40? Yeah, that's fucking... Oh, Rad Ripper. I'd say I hope wherever he is, he's sad, but I've seen him, and he is. It was so funny, man. I was cracking up because he made a big point. Like, I basically told him how much better our community felt once he was gone for good. And he came back and was just like, oh yeah, no, I'm absolutely super happy now that I'm not around you guys anymore. He called my opinions redundant, and I was like, isn't that what happens when you think you're right and people... I was like, isn't that a good thing? Like, if you feel like you've figured something out so well, you've given it so much time and thought that you're just like, yeah, no, this is how I feel about things. I don't need to constantly change them. I feel like I've dug pretty in depth. But then Brizzy Beck went into that same, like, she was as relieved that he got booted from Brizzy's community as we were relieved that he was booted from here. And she jumped into that thread and was just like, yeah, you're obviously super happy and not at all hung up on this. That's why you showed up on the timeline of a guy you don't follow on Twitter anymore and are arguing with him, telling him that you hope he fails and isn't successful. Zero grudges held, my dude. Clearly you're in a really good spot. Shit. It's funny. He said my takes were redundant, and I was just like, I felt like Andre the Giant in The Princess Bride. I was like, I do not think that word means what you think it means. Jay the 111 says, everyone, Taffy, how goes day 3 of post-swimmer reduction surgery? It's fine. I wake up in the morning and I feel a little... I feel like I should be sleeping on my back, but Amber said that apparently I do some weird shit when I sleep on my back, man. Like, she woke up the next morning and it was like it was like we were in Paranormal Activity. I woke up the next morning and Amber was just like, you'll never get, like, I thought she was gonna surprise me with like grainy VCR footage. We woke up and she was like, you did some weird shit last night. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was just like, she's like, you may not have like sleep apnea, but if you only slept on your back, you might have sleep apnea. And I was like, oh yeah? I was like, did I snore? And she's like, no. And I was like, so what's the problem? And she's like, while you were asleep on your back, you did this thing where you like were drowning on your own spit. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And she was like, I don't know, you were making these weird gurgling noises. And then I looked over and you had like little spit bubbles popping up at the top of your mouth. And I was like, fucking for real? And she's like, yeah, but you didn't die, so I didn't freak out about it. But I thought about freaking out about it, and I was like, oh, that's terrifying. So I think for the stitches to heal, I should be laying on my back, but apparently it's gruesome to watch me do that. So, I've been sleeping on my stomach, which I don't think is great because it, you know, my pelvis mashes my balls when I do that. You know, so I wake up a little tender in the mornings. But all things being considered, I generally think I'm doing okay. Other than that, and I just take my painkillers in the morning for that. Other than that, I'm pretty all right, I think. Having been in the same hotel as you for TwitchCon and PAX, I can confirm you do weird things. You, fast asleep, reached over for a bag of Jack in the Box and just started eating. Nate and I were just laughing until you woke up finally. That is that was Tambien. Ambien taffy, absolutely 100% noshed all the time. Oh, what a noshin' fool that Tambien is.
Friends till the end.
I was hoping for bombs or key pill, but oh well. Just ask your dentist for one of those straws to suck the spit out. Just leave it in. Just hook it in and leave it there while I sleep. Honestly, I told Amber this, so I feel okay telling you guys this. It is, probably a little TMI, but when has that stopped us before? I so much have not enjoyed sleeping on my back my entire life that when I was a teenager, I had cable in my bedroom because my parents thought that was a good idea. I had Cinemax in my bedroom. So for those of you who have always had the internet, in the before times, if you wanted to see Booba, you couldn't just open your phone because it was wired to your wall and had no screen. What you had to do was you had to find a place that showed pornographic material, which you either paid for, or there was cursedly few of it. Like there was very little of it. Ugh. Yeah, we'll definitely re-roll this at the end. Like the mom's knife is a win, but what a boring win. What a potentially exciting run. So anyway, if I wanted to see Booba, I had to wait until 3 in the morning on Cinemax, the after-hours programming on premium cable. But nobody, nobody wants to stay up till 3 in the morning to see 19 combined seconds of Booba. So the way that I would do it is that I would lay on my back, and it was virtually physically impossible for me to fall asleep like that. So if I ever really badly wanted to stay awake for late night Booba and Harry Vagine on softcore porn where two actors rubbed their hits together, or two actors rubbed a dude rubbed his hip against a woman's upper stomach. If I wanted to do that, I would just lay on my back, and the next thing I know is it'd be 3 in the morning because I just don't sleep well on my back. So I tried sleeping on my back for one night after the vasectomy, and it was just a no-go. Good old Skinemax. An old coworker of mine woke up one morning with an email receipt from Apple, evidently taking Ambien removes his purchasing inhibitions, and he decided he needed an Apple Watch. I think I like jacking off more when you had to work for it. It meant, yeah, you had to earn it. Oh, dude, Justin. Okay, yep, I've started telling this story, so now I have to finish telling this story. So Cinemax, one of the only times where it just full-on embraced the softcore horniness of it all. One of the only times that it ever just truly embraced not being Diet HBO. And just was like, you know what? We are a porn channel. We're a porn channel that just runs Emmanuel and the Red Shoe Diaries all the time. That's what we do. And the only time that they ever leaned into that I can remember was once they did a New Year's Eve special where they ran like 8 hours from like 11 o'clock at night until like 8 in the morning. They ran like 8 hours of Emmanuel. I woke up the next morning shooting powdered milk with a forearm like Popeye. Because I just never knew when I was gonna have such a bountiful harvest ever again. Holy shit. It was like, I saw the sun coming up. I saw the sun coming up. That's when I finally tapped out. That's how I rung in January 1, 1996. January 1, 1996 or 97, I rung in the new year with myself in a death grip, like I caught a tree root right before falling off a cliff in an action movie. Like I had caught a venomous snake in my bedroom and was just holding on to it until some adult could help me figure out my dilemma. There was so much porn that night, and I just never knew when I was gonna see that much porn again. I was so happy. It's like Justin said, in a weird way, it was gratifying. I had earned it. I had dodged my parents. You know, I had dodged my parents. I had forsaken sleep. I had found a way to rally after like time number 7. Where I was just like, by the time it was over, I didn't even want to anymore, but I felt like I kind of had to. For all those, it was the pornography version of like, there are starving kids in China, where I was just like, yo, there are guys right now who don't have cable in their rooms who would kill to be in this situation, so I better hit it one more time just to honor their memory. That's right, you finished your porn. There are starving incels in Topeka, Kansas who don't have softcore porn in their bedroom. Thank you for that image. If anyone needs me, I'll be bleaching out my eyes. It's true though, like Justin makes a good point. Once upon a time, you had to earn it. I used to have a picture of, what was it, the Barbie twins? It was like two blonde nude models or bikini models. They were like identical silicone looking Barbie twins. I had a poster of them, but I couldn't keep it at my house. So like for the longest time, I had this poster that wasn't even like nudity. It was just two smoking hot blonde women who looked identical to each other in like revealing bikinis. But I didn't want to store it at my house, so I stored it in the shrubs of an LDS church nearby. And every once in a while, when I was walking past it to or from school, I'd just sneak a little glimpsy poo. And then I'd shove it back in the shrubs of this LDS, of this Mormon church. And it just lived there until weather reclaimed it. At one point, the wind and the rain just took it back and made it a part of nature again. But I would just be walking to school, and there'd be this line of shrubs, and I'd go. And I'd just go on to school. Yeah, Jay the 111 says, did you drain all the moisture out of your body after that day? Well, it's like in high school, I basically looked like this, but I think I actually have a photo of, like, I think I took a yearbook photo. I took a yearbook photo of myself the next day. It just happened to be that they were doing yearbook photos the next day. There we go. That was me the day after the great Cinemax porn extravaganza. It was a long night. It was a long night. I should have been smiling. I think that's like the only time that entire next day that I wasn't smiling, but I did feel it. I definitely felt it. I was very. I could have used a juice box and a nap for sure. Could have used a juice box and a nap for sure. The great pornoning. Since we're sharing, I had a cork board on my wall. The whole thing was centerfolds taped to the back. My parents were gone. I'd take the board down and turn it around. Had to earn that self-love back in the day. Taffy, I know how you feel with the stitches downstairs. You described them, brought me back to my childhood, having a mistake with some monkey bars and a garden hook. Oh! That sounds terrible. That's right, Joseph Smith. I hid him under the golden tablets, Steve Jobs. I hid my pornography under the golden tablets. Good old Joseph Smith hid that porn for me. And you know what? I still tithe to the Mormon church. just because they helped me keep my pornography safe for so long. Oh, Taffy, are you LDS? No, God, no. Can't stand many religions, least of all that one, but they did me a solid, so I still kick in. I recently caught my 16-year-old son and his 17-year-old girlfriend in my wife's office as badly as I wanted to high-five him. I had to stay a dad. Oh, I told Amber, I was just like, I told Amber that she's 5 years away, like, depending on how sexually active she and I are, she's like 5 years away from having basically three reprehensible men just jerking off everywhere in her house. Like, depending on how, you know, how happy she and I are with the new modifications we've had made to me, she's gonna have to walk around trying not to stub her toe on socks. I feel for her. I was just like, sweetheart, it's just gonna be just constant jerking off in this house. I love you, and I'm on your side, and I'll be the dad and help rein them in and talk to them about the uneasiness of it all. Try to transition it as best I can to make it healthy, but if they're anything like their father, it's just every time one of us is at, like, if she can't see three of us at once, at least one of us is gonna be off somewhere with a locked door. What is wrong with me? I've been a young boy. Holy crap. Yeah, no, oof. I will never go down the road where I make excuses for, like, deviant behavior based on, like, well, I got a penis, so that makes making, the hell? I'll never be the guy who makes excuses for men by saying, like, well, having a penis is hard. Having a penis is difficult, and it makes, you know, you know, you make bad decisions when you got a penis. But I will say, I've never been a woman, so I can't judge what your experiences are like, but I will say, the hormone dump that happens between, like, 15 and 25
this is the story of the newest denizen of the
intense,
cave.
and it makes you feel stupid. It is like looking at the world through just idiot goggles. Oh god, is this Bree right now?
What the fuck is happening? I'm just trying to watch some football!
Yeah, I just... Through my teenage years and my early 20s, my dick was just like a divining rod for bad decisions. I genuinely... Okay, so I got two different takes on this. Neither one of them are, like... One of them is like, good for you, Taffy, and the other one is like, Taffy, I wish you'd stop talking to us. So, like... I am hopeful that if I just talk to my boys and level with them and tell them, you know, like, hey guys, you're gonna go through some intense stuff. Like, if I just keep talking to them like little human beings and never, like, shame them or like, I don't think I want to do that because we're gonna roll all this once we get up to the top. If I don't ever, like, shame them or be like, oh, every time you masturbate, Jesus beats an angel to death, and it's a very, very pretty angel with very soft skin and rosy cheeks, and it's never done anything. It was every time you masturbate, Jesus beats the archangel in charge of hugging puppies. He just beats him to death with a stick. Do you want to be responsible for angel death? Because I've seen people be pushed to the brink of madness with that kind of shit, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna, you know, level with them and be like, hey, you know what? Be careful around pornography, that shit'll ruin your life. Like, I'll tell them stuff like that. And I'll be like, hey, what you're going through is perfectly natural, but it also makes you very, very stupid. So, like, please understand that these hormones you got going on are just gonna be constantly pushing you to do dumb things. Use your smart brain. So yeah, number one is that I'm hopeful that I can mitigate a little bit of that stupid hormonal energy by just, you know, being, whoops, whatever. I'm glad you're dead. I'm hoping I can mitigate some of that stupid energy by just like having a respectful relationship, a respectful and trusting and open relationship with my boys, where I can actually like converse with them without bringing like weird like religious shame and guilt and stuff into it to make them feel bad about perfectly natural processes in the human body, right? So that's number one. Shit, what was the other one? Oh, you guys may have lucked out because I have a feeling that you guys were not going to want to hear the other one. Ah, fuck me, I lost it. That was good too. It was going to be very funny. No, I mean, like, the porn will ruin your life thing, genuinely, like, my feeling is that it absolutely will. I feel like I've seen entirely too much porn. I feel like, you know, I went a little too aggressively in the earn it years. You'll never believe it based on the stories we've shared, but I think I went a little too aggressively in the you gotta earn it years. And then when the internet happened, I was just like, oh, well, this is just what I do forever now. And it's taken me like a decade. It genuinely has taken me like a decade to like comprehend and better understand what like authentic sentimental and emotional connections and relationships are meant to be. It took me a year to like separate the fantasy of porn from the reality of human relationships. So yeah, the whole porn will ruin your life thing is absolutely a take I ascribe to. I bullied my dad into talking about it and never forgot the look of utter horror as he realized he was trapped in a convo with his daughter about that. That, like, I would have been open to having a conversation with a daughter about that, having been the kind of guy that I would have warned her against, at least for a part of my life. With the boys, I think it's actually a little bit more awkward because then I've got to own mistakes that I've made so that they don't repeat them, or at least they, you know, I can say, listen, I warned you about this. Don't let your dick be a divining rod for trouble. Yeah, porn will ruin your life, and movies and pop songs lie about love and relationships. I need them. I'm trying to lead by example so that they can see their parents having both like a loving relationship, but also showing what, you know, what realistically a healthy sexual relationship would look like. I'm not saying like, oh, they should see us groping each other in the kitchen, but like we flirt with each other. And every once in a while they'll come up and try to talk to us and we'll shoo them away because we're busy, you know, passionate kissing. But yeah, like my parents didn't even like each other, so the only real thing that I had to go off of was what I saw in like softcore porn. And I didn't shake that wasn't really a healthy descriptor or a healthy indicator for what adults are supposed to do until like my mid-20s. I read a quote like that yesterday. War depicted in movies is as close to real war as porn is to real sex. And then, yeah, honestly, like, you know, preaching safe sex in a big way. Let the boy watch. I don't know what that's from, but now, oh, it's from Eastbound and Down outtakes. I'll have to check that out later. Jesus. Yeah, like more than anything, I just want them to make responsible decisions, you know? Alright. Boop. Alright. Want that. I guess I want this. Take that. I don't really want any of these, but I guess I'll take Headless Baby. That's tier size. Well, these have not been good. These continue to not be good. Gross. Take Rubber Cement. Gross. Oh my. Oh right, because you get chests here, but we're on the chest, so these are items. All right. All right, we managed to get two items out of this. Love you, Bree. I'm happy to play video games with you whenever. I gotta grind it out. I still owe like 9 to 10 hours a day right now on my Twitch contract. If I still take days off. If I go every single day for the rest of November, it's like 8 hours a day. So you can either play video games with a tired Taffy at night. We've been playing a lot of Halo Infinite with Justin and Sinvicta and folks. Or you can wait until December and play with a well-rested Taffy, and we'll just figure something out. Yeah, Soren, we've been playing Halo Infinite at night. I think I grabbed technology here. I'm not excited about it, but it seems like the best option. Let's grab Sty. Let's grab the lads back. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Listen, I think if we add Bree to our nighttime shenanigans, I think we become instantly that much better. Which one is the bigger tiers upgrade? It's once or twice a week we've been since it came out. Once or twice a week we've been doing full squads. We kind of got kicked around last night a little bit. Once we started swapping people out, we got kind of rolled. But in the beginning of the night, we were stomping people. Dolly. Dolly is a 0.7 tiers upgrade, whereas Blue Cap is a 0.7 upgrade. So I'll do this one. And I'll do that one. These, I want to go on record as saying these have not been good. Like our previous build might have been better. I'll take this because I just thought nothing else there helps me. Oh shit, and then Mom's bra just goes away, huh? Red Stew might be the way here, but I'm hoping that I'll get a better spacebar item somewhere in there. What does C-section do here? That feels pretty stupid, and I like it. Want a funny clip before I go? Of course. Be thrilled to. I don't think I'm gonna get hit again. Oh, what if though? Yeah, that's what we'll take out of here. I don't have, well, I have a golden key on the floor, so I don't have any cat items right now, do I? Same thing it does every time, Pinky. Pinky, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Marv, I think so, Brain, but where are we going to find rubber pants our size? Honestly, go packed here? I think so too. It's health. Ew, Billy. Oh my god. Ah, let's just go damage here. And we get Leviathan out of it. Sure. We'll go blue map and that's it? Okay. Infested. Friends till the end. Tears up. Shot speed up.
Shot speed up.
You guys are in deep shit. This whole floor is in deep shit. There's a handful of new viewers these days around here. If you've not had the opportunity to watch Bree and I play video games together, Bree's laugh is so infectious that one time while we were at TwitchCon, Pretzel held a party. Ryan McKay, aka the Real Made Monster, DJ'd it. a big part of it at least, and worked a recording that he had made of Callie's laugh into a remixed chorus of a song
This
that he
is
was
the story
playing.
of the newest denizen of the cave.
And so every time it would hit the chorus, you'd hear Bree laughing in the background, and it was hilarious. Matos, tier 1, 3 months. Thank you so much. I love seeing those small numbers because it means I'm still roping in new viewers against all odds. I appreciate it. Raven, welcome back as well. I've been spoiled recently. I've got Justin in here right now. I've got Bree in here right now. I got Raven in here right now.
I'm excited.
I wonder with the number of check marks that show up here from time to time if I'm some sort of case study. Like they put me in a packet and they hand me out to like real partners who are doing good work. And they're like, hey, you should go watch this channel. There's a lot of do's and don'ts here. Don't tell him we're sending you to watch. Small number crew, stand up. Yeah, McQueeb's in here. McQueeb is like Shelbyville Taffy, or I'm like Shelbyville McQueeb. He is a 41-year-old former actor. Former? I don't know. Are you still acting? I'm a former actor. I certainly have not had time to dust off the old monologues. Soren's in here. But yeah, let's he is a 41-year-old SAG-AFTRA actor who is a partner on Twitch with a majestic salt and pepper beard. The little fleshy eyeball thing, which let's see. Yeah, yeah. That's like a truck stop prostitute for JJ right there. That looks like it needs penicillin and a week off of work. But it's a really good item. It's, what is it? It's like range and luck. Or I'm sorry, it's like damage and luck. That's Sty. As Sty goes, that's a really good item. But it looks like hell. I'm gonna go on record as saying, as surprised as I am to see it, this build is better than the last one we had. That's day 1 Shark Week. Not that I know. Let's see. Kite Machine, tier 1 for a half a year. Kite Machine, welcome back. Happy to have you. Okay. Let's skedoodle. I wish I didn't have so much shit going on in my life right now. Like I'm hitting a rhythm and I just want to stream today. You little rat bastard. I'm hitting a rhythm and I just want to stream today, but instead I have to go get my head drilled on by a dentist. Not drilled. Hopefully not drilled. I'm not convinced that they won't have to like anesthetize my gums and scrape the living shit out of my teeth. I hope not. Yeah, how did I know you weren't gonna give me delirium, you cowards?